Hey, it's Mr. Grable. I'm going to show you how to import image into our hall passes. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my practice for DeRozier hall pass. I'm going to tinker this, and we'll see how this goes. I probably will make a couple of mistakes, and that's okay. So I'm actually designing a hall pass for myself. I don't want to give away some of Mrs. DeRozier's likes or a little bit about her. You'll have to ask her. So since this is for me, you probably didn't know, but I got chickens over during this whole quarantine stuff. So that could be a cool hall pass. So I'm going to search chickens and then do SVG. And SVG is a type of file that we use for 3D printing. And I'm going to go ahead and click images. And I'm going to find one that I like. And it's kind of like a background. So let's try this one. So I click on it, and then over to the right, I'm going to right click and go down to Save Image As. Now, when I'm on Save Image As, I want to double check down here at the bottom. It says 1120px chicken silhouette underscore 02.svg dot png. So this is a PNG file. I do not want this file. This is not going to work for me because I can't import it into Tinkercad. So I'm going to click cancel. Let's try this chicken. All right, I'm right click, save image as, and let's see what kind of image this is. This is an SVG, and I do want to name it. I'm going to name it chicken. That way it's easy for me to find. It's a chicken SVG. It's going to go under my files, downloads, and I click save. Now I can go back to my hall pass. I can import. So I'm going to bring in that image of that chicken. So I click choose file, and it should be right there. And it's a good thing I named it. You can see I have some other ones that I was exploring with. And it's like, oh man, a red error. Tinkercad's workspace is limited to 1,000 cubed millimeters. So please change the value to 1,000. So down here under dimensions, I'm going to change it to 1,000, but it's still going to be really big. So I'm actually I'm going to change it to like 500. So I click right here, and I can change just one of them to 500. And then when I click off, it scales it for me. Now I'm going to click import. Now, I'm thinking that this chicken, and it's loading, you can see right there, it's importing the chicken SVG file. And it should just take a second as long as my internet keeps working. Sometimes you would want to put this image on top of, another shape, and just so it looks nice. And then you can add text, you can punch holes into this image, you can do whatever you want. So you'll notice that chicken is way too big. So if I click on it and hold shift and grab a corner, it lets me scale it to a size. Now, actually, I think I could just use, it's still too big. I think I could just use that whole chicken as my whole hall pass, right? So I don't even need that build plate. I can put it here. I can zoom in. I want it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to raise it up a little bit. Okay. And let's say I want to poke a hole in it so I can put that like lanyard. So I'll do just a cylinder hole, and we'll put it on the tail. Not quite that big. Yeah, that's probably good. We'll make it a little bit taller. We'll sink it down. And then remember, you hold shift and click the two objects, the two shapes, and we can group them together. And there it is. I can add text. I can, put my room number or whatever into this chicken hall pass that would fit, you know, me a little bit better. So you got to know your teacher. You got to know your class, what they like, what they don't like if you want to do this. But one of the biggest things is when you are checking these images in Google, you have to right click and do save image as. And if it's a SVG file that you can change, you can save it. But like this one is a PNG file, and I'll show you. what happens when you try to import something that's not a PNG file. And you may even be tempted to change it. Don't change it. So we're going to save, and we'll go back and we'll see what that error code is that Tinkercad will throw at us. So practice chicken, it's a PNG file. I want it as an SVG file. So I'm going to click open, and it's going to say practice chicken PNG is not a supported file type. It needs to be an SVG, an OBJ, or an STL. And SVG seems to work the best. So this isn't like something that you have to do, but this is something that you can definitely have fun and personalize your hall pass with. All right, that's it. Let me know if you have questions. Bye.